Hi everyone, Stewart. It's Friday afternoon, so quick update from here in the team in Gosport. So yeah, it's been a good week on board Hugo Boss. They have been properly into Southern Ocean conditions now. They've been right up in the high teens and averaging around 20 knots for the last 4 or 5 days. They're hooked into a low pressure that's moving east with them and will stay with them for quite a number of days yet. So the guys are really in their element. So the theme for this week is Southern Ocean, big Southern Ocean, proper sailing for a boat that was designed to go down to the Southern Ocean and be strong and be fast. So over the last couple of days what we've seen is the guys averaging a knot, 2 knots faster than Gaze, which is the boat they've been racing against for the last 4 or 5 days. It's great to see that they've actually put a huge amount of distance between them and the 3 boats that are tailing the fleet. They've caught up with Gaze, and then now they've accelerated past those guys. Hopefully they'll stay in front of them for the next few days. And the weather forecast for the next week, I guess, is for them to continue to sail very fast right past the south of Australia. The boat was designed for this, and the guys are in their element. They are working the boat hard, but the boat is gobbling up the miles. What's going to happen next? This becomes a very tactical part of the race, so we're nearly halfway through the race now. And what happens next is something that's very tactical. So in the last Barcelona race in 2007, all but 2 boats stopped in New Zealand when they got to the Cook Straits. And this time we don't know. So there's been rumours about Group Bell stopping, there's been rumours about other boats stopping. We've heard some whispers here in the office about who else might stop and who else has problems, and really this is when attrition in the fleet really starts to take hold. So as we know, it was quite slow in the Southern Atlantic, and it was not quite Southern Ocean as they passed South Africa, but they're really into Southern Ocean conditions now, so the boats are really powered up, they're going very, very fast. And this is when things start to go wrong. So you get breakages, the boat comes under a lot of stress, they're sailing right up in the red line at the max power, so this is when attrition really starts to take hold. And the question then becomes, who's going to stop and who's not going to stop, and can we stop and do the others stop, and how do we feel about that? So it becomes a real chess match over the next 10 days as it becomes apparent who's stopping and who's not stopping. Clearly right now for us, the boat is in really good shape. The guys are sailing the boat with no problems whatsoever, so it's our intention absolutely to keep hammering across the Southern Ocean, past the ice barrier that's set just off the south of Australia, and get to the Cook Straits as quickly as possible, through the Cook Straits into the Pacific, and keep going full pedal to the metal. So the guys are in great form. We're all pretty excited here that they are beginning to show their potential, and everything's good. So we'll speak to you next week when we'll see what happens at this big tactical point of who stops and who doesn't. That's the question.